Hallo miteinander, I'm Gish86 and this is Blackthorne. We're now tackling Stage 8, which given the track record of this game is gonna be one of the more important stages, like Stage 4, and pretty much any stage dividable by 4. It's gonna have a good length, many tough enemies, an NPC and also a gun upgrade. Whoopee! But it starts off pretty plain. Once again, I'm able to cheap out this Andromedog. Man, I remember when I first played this game and I really didn't know any of these tricks. It really was much harder back then, going in without a strategy and all. Yeah, that was the past. With experience comes skill, I guess. Same could be said for pretty much any game. Back before I decided to do this LP, I still regarded the game as pretty hard. But after playing it again, after many years, it's really not as tough anymore as I remember it. That's how things go. This red grag right here has our first item for this level, a firebomb. Once again, we're gonna have many Eekers in this stage, like pretty much the stages before it, and pretty much all the stages that are to come. Yeah, Eekers are gonna be a constancy for this game. Now in this room is another purple grag. That's nothing that surprises us, is it? Actually it should, because this guy is not what he seems like. He's not like one of the red grags. He's actually like one of the blue grags that we haven't even seen before in their natural form. Very mean of the game and very sneaky, because the blue grags are pretty tough. The number one hint I can give you against them is try to get behind them. That way they're pretty easy to kill. I'm gonna elaborate on them a little bit later, when we actually see one of them. Now, from that purple grag we've once again gotten some wasps. I'd recommend you backtrack now, because there is a shield generator at the bottom of this tree. Man, these trees in this area are so huge, so massive. But it shouldn't surprise you with all that wet and lush environment. I guess that's what the Carnelian Swamp is like. By the way, don't step on that floor tile up there. It's once again a trap. If you don't see a barrier anywhere around, floor tiles are pretty much always traps. So don't step on them. Here's the shield generator that we've been searching for. If you don't destroy it now, you're going to have to backtrack much more later. Like the stage before it, Stage 8 is pretty convoluted, and if you miss an item somewhere, you're gonna waste some time later. Now the version of Blackthorne that we're playing is the SNES version, you know that much. Before it was actually the MS-DOS version on computer, and these versions are pretty different, but the major difference between them is that the SNES version has no blood or gore. That's right, this game is heavily censored. It's not that surprising considering Nintendo's policy on games. You know, they were pretty much regarded as for kids and all that, and you shouldn't have blood in a game for kids. If you think about it more closely, it's actually kind of nonsensical for this game. I mean, we're clearly killing all these grags and people. You can't tell me that Blackthorne is using a shotgun with beanbag shells. No way am I buying that. So yeah, if you think about it, it's kind of silly what they did. But that's policy for you. Anyway, we've gotten a Levitator, and this Levitator is gonna be our best friend for this level. We're really gonna use it a lot. We're actually going to use it right here to get to this Androthi way up there. I really wonder how he got up there. But what I should actually wonder is, how will he ever get down there without breaking all the bones in his body? You wanna come, buddy? No? Well, suit yourself. I hope you have a lot of food supply. So yeah, except for that Androthi that gives you a bridge key, there's actually not much more in this part of the area. We're going to go back to the tree on the left. But not before talking to this Androthi. What do you have to say? She waits, huh? She seems like a really boring person from that. Just waiting for people to talk to her, you know, not doing much. She should really get a hobby if you ask me. Like, I don't know what you do on Tool, maybe board games, whatever. What we have to do now is we have to solve another switch puzzle. There's one nearby. This one is actually also pretty easy. It's where we destroyed the Eekers. Right here. And it actually gives you a lot of leeway. There is room for error here. For example, I have kind of not done that jump correctly. You should jump earlier. But I still made it, so no problem. Here's an inconspicuous place to use your Levitator. Before it was pretty self-explanatory on where to use the Levitators. Not quite here. Talking to this Androthi gave us an iron key. So many keys in this level. So many. Right here is actually where you would have to turn back if you didn't destroy that shield generator. And you would also have to turn back if you didn't get that bridge key from that Androthi way up high. That poor lonely guy. From here on out the level gets a lot more straightforward. For example here, there's pretty much corridors with traps and Eekers. And yeah, just don't step on those floor tiles. Now in this room is something good. Another one of the grey shirted guys, and a gun upgrade from him. Now watch this. We can fire really fast now. Despite what the Androthi said, this gun upgrade actually doesn't make our gun more powerful in the sense of the word. It still has the same strength per shot, but as I've said, it's faster, and you can now hold down the shoot button instead of tapping it repeatedly, which is very comfortable for your fingers and very convenient, but not as useful as other gun upgrades. Don't worry, we'll get a better one. Now, this blue Grag might have caught me in mid-jump, but no worries, I got behind him, so he should be easy fodder. Talking about those blue Grags again, they really are tough. Not only do they take 5 hits to kill, but what really makes them dangerous is their superb reaction. After they shot their barrage, it's very hard to hit them, unless they decide to shimmy towards you. Then there's a chance that you might get them. But otherwise, there's pretty much no way. There's also pretty much no way you can shoot them in between their shots, because they fire really rapidly, as this guy will demonstrate you. Wow, it's like they have assault rifles that look like shotguns or something. You caught a glimpse of someone up there, on the upper level. That's actually Sir Onehand. Finally, our quest for her is over. You know, despite from looking like an elf and all that, and seeming very smart in conversation and all that, she's one of those mysterious types of girls. It's really hard to get a plain answer from her. One line will demonstrate that really well. It's coming right up. There, screw explanations, I have green hair. Yeah. With that, I'm Gish86, this was Blackthorne, and next time another cutscene. And a new area, of course. Bis bald!